Let's go to Charlotte in Colindale. Charlotte, now, your question is about cladding. Charlotte, before I give you a question, if you're not fully aware of cladding, this is back to, hopefully you are aware of it, but if not, just...
Yes, that's what, yeah.
And there's 3 million people in homes, some residential, some local authority owned, and there's still cladding and they're effectively blighted. That's a sentence of background. Charlotte, you're through. Go ahead.
Hello there. Good morning, Sir Keir.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hi there. I live in an area in North London of intense new building and regeneration. Just this week, I found out that our development is clad in highly combustible ACM cladding with non-existent fire protection. My home is currently unsafe and unmortgageable. Millions of leaseholders nationwide are in similar positions. What will you be doing to hold this government to account on this scandalous failure of fire safety standards and to ensure cost of remedial work do not fall on the shoulders of leaseholders and tenants?
Charlotte, can I just first sympathise with you? I've been picking up these stories of people who can't sell their homes or can't remortgage in some case, and of course the anxiety of living in somewhere that's got the cladding on. I just think this is totally unacceptable. It's now over 3 years since Grenfell. That was a terrible, terrible night, when people lost their lives. And I cannot believe that anybody thinks it's acceptable that 3+ years after the event, this cladding is even up there. Of course, there's the problem with selling, which is terrible, remortgaging. But people are living in the buildings with this cladding on. And I do know it's complicated. Some of this is public, some of it is private landlords, etc., etc. Yes. But 3 years on, a government with an 80-seat majority, do something about it. This cladding has got to come down. It's completely unacceptable it's up there. The government needs to do something about it, and we'll hold them to account on that, Charlotte. I'm really sorry you're in that Tory
What's interesting is... sorry, Charlotte, a response from you. I'll go... I do apologise. Charlotte, go ahead.
That's okay. Our Tory MP recently voted against implementation of the Grenfell recommendations, and we're getting very little support from him. So it's a case, really, of just trying to lobby as many members of government as we can, and councillors and MPs.
Well, we're doing a lot here on LBC. I mean, Sir Keir, you may be aware, last week the government talked about an £11 billion house building initiative. The costs, roughly, of sorting out the cladding are around £15 billion, and it struck a lot of my listeners as strange that they're ready to try and support the building of new properties where you have up to 3 million people, some of whom are living in potential fire traps, others in houses that they bought with life savings and they're worthless. It seems a strange way to spend your money.
It's completely unacceptable. It's completely unacceptable, and this shouldn't be party political. I think anybody who saw Grenfell and that dreadful, dreadful night must come together now and say to the government that is just unacceptable. Do something about it. The safety of where people live is paramount, and heaven forbid that we have another night like that. So everybody should call on the government, whatever your political party, whoever you vote for, call on the government, do something about this. We owe it to the people who are in this situation.
Thanks, Charlotte. Good luck. Stay tuned to LBC. We're not going to let that one go.